Welcome back. President Goodluck Jonathan on Friday, 28th February, specially honored 100 prominent Nigerians and foreigners presumed to have contributed to Nigeria's growth and development as part of the country's centenary celebrations of the amalgamation of Northern and Southern protectorates in 1914. Some honorees and their families have, however, turned down the awards, while some critics believe certain honorees did not deserve such an honor. What are your thoughts on this? Did you watch it on Friday? It's your view. Let it count. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at your view. We'd like to hear your thoughts. Did you guys watch this on Friday? I was going to call you to watch it
I watched
Friday
it.
night. It was actually very interesting to watch. I actually enjoyed it. I stayed up all till like past 10, to watch. It was interesting to watch. But there are going to be questions we raised on why this person got, why that person did not get, and why these people rejected it. But let's start with your thoughts, your general thoughts on the centenary celebrations.
What exactly are we celebrating?
We've been asking that question for a while, Jumoke.
Yeah.
I think we should.
No. Because if it is the name Nigeria, Niger area or Niger area, as we were named by Lord Lugard's girlfriend, or that, regardless of all the storms, we're now 100 years. But go to all the government parastatals that we have in Nigeria, starting from the Nigerian Railway Corporation to not having any trains working, to Nigeria not having any airlines, to Nigeria not having any sea-vying vessel.
So if you were the president, would you say no centenary celebrations? You cancel it totally and completely? You totally ignore it or what?
Nigeria, we are 100. Good. We don't have to celebrate it. It's our independence that is most important. Now, let us even say that we had all of this funfair planned. At this point in time, we should be in mourning.
Talk about your thoughts on this.
Well, I strongly believe that we actually don't have any, we actually should not be celebrating, but we have something worth celebrating because we're still a nation after 100 years. That enough is worth celebrating. Yeah, we've been through crisis. We had civil war. Now we're facing Boko Haram. We've had militancy. We're still together after 100 years of being created. You might fault the way we were created. You might fault a lot of things that are not going right in this country. The fact that we're still one nation
It's something to celebrate.
Something to celebrate.
Sans, let me hear your thoughts on this.
I absolutely do agree with Jumoke. Seriously, I feel this centenary is a dance on the grave of the murdered victims. Because as far as I'm concerned, the most important celebration in the country is the independence. I don't see America celebrating when they got independent, when America was formed or when Columbus found America. They don't celebrate it. It's just independendence.
Okay, well, let's talk about the fact that some families rejected it. I know the Kuti family rejected it. Wole Soyinka rejected it. No, MKO.
Abiola was there. It was Gani
Fahimi family rejected it also. And a few other people did not show up. And now we don't know if they publicly did not, they rejected it or they just didn't show up at the event. But number one, I mean, I don't expect the Kuti family to accept, because Fela would probably have never accepted anything from the government, really.
Never.
They have their grasp with the federal government. But Wole Soyinka, Gani Fahimi, why would they reject it?
Why would you accept an honor given in the same league? There are 13 categories of awards I hear. But if you're given all our ex-military presidents,
I know that was Wole Soyinka's argument, because I read an article on this, I think over the weekend, where he said it was grotesque, according to the word he used, to be honored alongside Sani Abacha. He had an issue with that.
How would you
listen? It is part of our history. Yes, Abacha was a dictator. Yes, he was we did not want him to be our head of state, but still, it's part of our history. And what Jonathan is saying is that, listen, we are 100 years and we're celebrating every single step of the way. Yes, good times, bad times.
Mariah, based on this your logic, they should not be celebrating Boko Haram anniversary.
Ojuku, can I say something? Can we just take away the fact that things are not going right now? What you said, the celebration, for me, the entire list of people that are being awarded, there's so much discrepancy between them. There was a time when they are celebrating someone like Olu Jacobs, celebrating someone like Osita Osadebe, and then they're celebrating Patience Uzoku in the same line with
And there's no Peter Dochie there.
So I'm wondering, no, not the one. Is the artist, the Igbo old?
No,
Yeah,
highlight
Categories.
artists.
No, under the same category. For me, I feel that categorization, celebrate the nationhood, celebrate people that have really accomplished. Don't celebrate corruption. Don't celebrate people that have found. Even if you want to celebrate,
Jacobs deserved it.
He deserved it.
I agree.
Deserved it.
Patient was not on the same line now.
I think they're
Seriously.
I think Olu Jacobs is in the line of himself and his wife and Peter Dochie and a couple of others. Not Patience. Patience is more modern than those
How
people.
did they come about those list of people? Are they people with integrity?
Yeah, well, I don't think you watched
issues.
it. You didn't watch it. I think a lot of people that were called that day
some of them.
were people of serious integrity
Some
in
of
the
them.
educational sector, in the
Williams,
commerce.
the-
A lot of people.
We agree.
And
Like
one
Chioma
thing-
Ajunwa.
One thing also we must not, I think, the Yoruba people especially should acknowledge. This is the first time somebody is actually acknowledging MK Abiola as an ex-president.
I
No,
know.
even Obasanjo never acknowledged that MK was a presidential elected.
See, let me say
was
something.
the president
I'm totally
elected, sorry.
for the election, for this celebration. I'm totally for it, but I feel that the way it took place, for me, you're celebrating people that have accomplished great things, that people can look up to. Centenary is the nationhood. Celebrate role models, not people that
Abacha.
you don't want to
I
hear
don't
from.
get it. I don't understand your argument. Let me take Olasukami's call. Let me take another back up to you, okay? Olasukami, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Cletus Mwakuo.
Oh, sorry, Cletus. Go ahead.
Yeah. I love your views, but what I want to say is this. You see, the president of this country have selected those who have actually worked for Nigeria.
Yes.
We are talking about Abacha. We should all know that during the time of Abacha really worked for this country. If not Abacha, in 1993, this country would have been in war. But God, in his own way, brings people at a particular time to do something. The problem we have with Abacha is after he has done what God asked him to do, he decided to become the overall president of this country. He started to manipulate where he's not supposed to manipulate. But Abacha contributed for this country's unity up to today.
All right.
So anybody who is saying that Abacha is not supposed to be awarded is making a very great mistake.
All right. Point taken. Thank you so much, Cletus.
August,
I think Abacha has
1 second, Sansa.
I totally disagree because regardless of that, he was a military
Dictator.
officer. No, he was a military officer who did well for the military. What he ended up being, a military dictator, killing innocent citizens, having a killer squad, killing every opposition member.
And the
That's what we
millions.
remember him for.
He's
And
millions that
till
were recovered
tomorrow,
from him.
we're still recovering loot from Swiss and other countries that the dictator stole away. So I don't think there's anything to celebrate about him. How he started,
my question now
regardless.
my question now goes thus. In celebrating 100 years, what exactly do you expect the president to do? Just call some kind of dinner and say, oh, we're 100 years now, praise God, thank God, and go home?
I think it should be
I think
acknowledged.
what he was trying to do was get 100 people who have made their mark throughout history, 100 people, and acknowledge them. And Abacha just happened to be one of those who have actually made a mark, positive or negatively. He made a mark.
When you're
Come on now,
honoring
his
somebody,
name
it should
shouldn't
be
have
a
been called
positive
at
mark,
all.
not a negative
You
mark.
see, because we need role models. We need people that we can look up to. We need people that the young
There are
ones
people
can.
there,
Those
Emeka
100,
Onyeokwu,
Murayo,
that
those
was-
100
yes.
people should be entirely people that we should start studying them. There should be a book made of them. That the 100 people that were awarded,
Like
and say, let's
Mandela,
study these
people like that.
Let's be like these
Please,
people.
Mandela is a bit too far-fetched. Let's talk to Ayodele. Good morning, Ayodele.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for writing down my credit. This is the first time I'm calling any TV or radio
Oh,
station.
nice. Thank you.
Sincerely speaking, the high point of our centenary celebration was when Dakolo and Waji sang.
Wait,
Every other thing they did that day, the high point
Tini
of
and
that
Waje.
centenary celebration was when Waje and Dakolo sang. They sang from their hearts. Every other thing is marked with mediocrity, sincerely speaking. We can actually single out an award that were meant to be Alele Williams, the first woman pilot, the man that was involved in community health service from the north, that fair and tall man from the north. And a few others, Olu Jacob Ozoko, they are not in the same category. Though I'm quite young. Where is Peter Dochie? Where is KOK? You cannot compare, you cannot rank Ozoko and Olu
Hubert
Jacob. They are not the same
Ogunde.
platform. They are not together. I think Centenary celebration was just marked with mediocrity. And as a nation passing through the stage, keeps dying every day, and you are celebrating. Celebrating what? But celebrating mediocrity.
But can I ask a question, Ayodele? Don't you think, in view of what happened, the celebration actually was toned down, really? Because all the plans we were hearing about, we thought something going to be really huge, but I think it kind of got toned down.
Mariah, please, you know something. Sincerely speaking, there is no point in celebration. We should work and make this country a better place, sincerely speaking. America would not have celebrated when their citizens were dying.
God bless you.
All
right, thank you very much, Ayodele, for the call.
That's all we are saying. I'm sorry. That's all we are saying. This centenary celebration, if you celebrated it alongside October 1st, it wouldn't have been such a bad thing. You know, the nation is mourning. Suspend it at the moment. Go to Borno, find out what is going on there. Help them, even if you just drop in there for 30 minutes and fly away in your jet again.
Hey,
but just land up there.
No, somebody tried that and almost
the governor.
The governor tried that and was almost killed.
Yeah, well, the citizens that got killed, they're also humans.
But he's the governor of the state.
Can I say something, please?
His job is also to protect
the first three people that were honored: Queen Elizabeth II, Lord Lugard, and his girlfriend. What are we totally celebrating? Is it that these people came and just colonized people?
From my understanding,
stole our human resource.
Listen, from my own understanding, I'm not part of the planning committee. What I know is that what I understood is that they are celebrating every area that made a mark in our history.
I feel insulted.
From the 100 years.
I feel insulted that somebody comes to my land, robs me of my children, steals my resources, holds my youth, and turns them into war slaves. And then you say you're celebrating that. We should be celebrating Boko Haram then.
Can I say something?
You know,
please?
the thing is,
I'm actually caught in between, and I don't want to lose what I'm saying. I believe in the fact that we should celebrate our nationhood. I do not like when it took place, considering the entire scope of things and the damage at that time. And I do not like the way the people were selected. I think it should have been done with more integrity.
I'm not totally in agreement with that. But let me talk to Emeka. Good morning, Emeka. Oh, I'm so sorry I kept you on for too long.
Also, I'm happy that Obasanjo was there.
We said, when he was being decorated.
Yeah, he just did like this.
He had this straight face on before he actually shook the president's hand.
I'm happy Obasanjo was there, and I'm happy that what's this other guy, Buhari, was there. And I'll say this because you see, we need to then take away politics from when there is a nationhood decision. These are people that they've been leaders in this country, whichever way we like it or not. The fact that they went there shows that, oh yeah, we might have issues, but we believe in. To a large extent,
we celebrate on October 1st. Is it statehood?
Tokwe, I have a problem with that.
Independence. That's like called Independence Day. This one is celebrating the nationhood. Independence Day is different
from... Even if you're celebrating... excuse me. When you're celebrating the nationhood, if you can come together like that for the centenary and forget whatever party that you are in, why can't you come together like that, understanding that you are one Nigeria and find a solution to the looming problems in the country?
I don't think there's any doubt about that. I don't think, and I believe...
All those ex-presidents, they get paid, what they call it. So if the president calls them, they will go. I don't believe in that. I have a question for you.
They could have shunned it.
I have to take this call. Sorry,
they could have shunned it.
Oludare, good morning, Oludare.
Hello, good morning, ladies.
Morning, sir. Go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, the centenary celebration. Yes, maybe we need to celebrate nationhood. The timing for me is not fair. And on the people that are celebrated, really, maybe they're part of our history, but I'm not disappointed at the federal government. This is an election year. They're trying to canvass for as much as they can. But I'm more disappointed in the civil societies. And the people, we are the ones who own the power.
Okay.
If we protest the lack of power every month, if we protest the fact that there's fuel scarcity every month, if we protest the lack of social amenities for enterprise development every month, I don't think these guys will be able to sit, eat our money, and have the comfort of rubbing all this in our face. I think the Nigerian people are not demanding accountability.
Dari, well done. Well spoken.
That's very profound. What you just said is extremely profound because he's very right. No matter, and this is what this lady, Obia Zekwesili, has always said. The most part of the part of the Nigerian government that has refused to work are the citizens.
The people, yeah.
The people.
Well,
We're just sitting back.
Your children
Because
have been,
if we had been on the roads
exactly
all week or last week, 2 weeks ago, maybe they would not say, let's not rub this thing in their faces.
The French president would not have come if he saw that Nigerian citizens were on the street.
Yes. But because we're all
But
just
I have a
relaxing.
question for Talk, but she was saying that there's something to celebrate. We're 100, that's positive. What's positive about our togetherness? What has it brought us? Name one good thing that our togetherness has brought.
I
Let me
am
tell you,
married,
I can
I
answer
am
that question.
married to an Edo person.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand? And
Yeah.
it is by virtue of the fact that he's a Nigerian and we're all Nigerians. The fact that
I can marry a Cameroonian.
let me explain
I
something.
can marry a
We
Togolese.
also have, see, most of our fruits, like it or not, you might think, oh, the nuts, they are there. Most of our food stuff come from
The
them.
north, yes.
All the oil come from the south.
Hey,
we
that's
have education
beneficial.
from the west. We are all together.
okay,
and
what's
we're
the point
No,
you're
stronger.
trying to
I'm saying that if the North is the nationhood of
basket.
North and Yorubas were Odua nation, we can still trade. Don't we trade with Benin Republic? Don't we trade with Ghanaians?
So you're
What's the
advocating
positive-
for
What's
secession?
the positive thing?
I think I have a call. Good morning.
What's the
Good morning. Are you there?
Good morning, Morayo. How
Yes,
are
sir. My name is Mr. Tayo. Good
you?
morning. Thanks for
How
calling.
are you all this morning?
Good morning. Oh,
Ladies, how are you all this morning?
Good morning.
down fire.
Well, fire.
Let me start with, yes, I can see that definitely, and it's like, Sanzi, my favorite, you are being a bit quiet on some part of it. Anyway, let me start with Tope. Much as you are always on point a lot of times, today I totally disagree with you on some aspect of it. We are celebrating 100 years, like everybody has rightly said. The president said he's not going to compensate Boko Haram victims, and yet we have money to celebrate even when they killed a lot of people. It means we don't even value the life of our citizens. And then, let me come to this issue when you said he's trying to celebrate 100 people that have made a mark in this country. And when that Cletus or whatever his name is that said Abacha, people that said he should have awarded Abacha is wrong, I will tell you this. If we say somebody like Abacha should be celebrated, then in the next 2-3 years, we will celebrate Shepao too. Because we have made a mark in this country. Let's get this fact straight. Many people died on one day night, and we went ahead to celebrate 100 whatever on the following day. Are you telling me that if the man has planned 100 years, it's 100?
But let me ask you a question, Emeka. Tayo. So let me ask you a question. Okay, 100 years comes once in a lifetime for our nation. So if we had come and we didn't celebrate it, would you have preferred that as a citizen? That, okay, 100 years has passed, we didn't do anything.
We can mark it.
How are you going to mark it?
We cannot, Morayo, listen, if we cannot celebrate 100 years, who says we cannot celebrate 101?
Or we bless you.
Okay.
Or 102.
But can I say
All right,
something?
thank you very
Tayo?
much, Tayo. Appreciate your call.
I said something. I said, I believe that we should celebrate our 100 years. I don't like the manner with which it was done and when it was done. It could have been postponed.
Celebration is not
but
the
we
right
should
word.
celebrate.
If we were amalgamated,
Okay, we should acknowledge it.
Let us say we were amalgamated February 28, 1914. On that day, the president can come and say, "Good morning, Nigerians. Unfortunately, we are the Kinikon morning. Our flags, are they even at half-mast?"
Exactly. I was going to pick that
Well,
up.
on that count, really, it just shows.
What are they celebrating? Tell me what is there to celebrate in Nigeria today. People are dying. While they were celebrating, Boko Haram was killing other people.
No, but you see, the truth of the matter is, the country is in crisis. We cannot fail to acknowledge it. And the government would also fail, because really, I read a report, and the government will feel that they are bowing to the pressure of Boko Haram if they stop that celebration. It will mean that Boko Haram has won the battle, which is not true.
Good morning, Shola.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
All my sisters in the house. Sister Topper, thank you. You have really changed the whole system. You are talking about the nation building. I know maybe you are still suspending your allegiance to the other party, no problem. Sister Timoke, you are making me confused now. I and my wife so much love the way you discuss this nation. But recently, we're a bit confused on where you stand. My question is this. My question to the studio. This child is gotten out of wedlock. Must this child not be celebrated at every of his birthday? This child is gotten out of wedlock. Must this child not be celebrated out of wedlock? That is my question.
Okay.
Shola, if you lost 2 children in Federal Government College, Yobe,
that celebration would have been an insult on you. There are people who have only 2 children. They lost them in that carnage.
We're not saying it's wrong. See, let's not get this wrong.
What's there to celebrate?
Shall I you still there?
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Once more. Let me ask you this question again. Thank God I know the religion that we all belong to. Is David qualified? Is Solomon qualified? Are you qualified? Am I qualified? Good morning.
Thank you, Shola. It's not about if we're good in ourselves. We're not qualified for grace. It just happens on us. Person has died. Somebody else has survived. So whatever it is, we should move on as a nation. It's not. I'm not. Please, I don't want. Don't make it look like I'm trivializing the death of these people. I am not trivializing it. Lives are being lost. We need to focus on the most important thing, which is growing this nation.
What's the celebration
like I said,
about
it is not the right time. It wasn't the right time. We should acknowledge that we're a nation. We should celebrate we're a nation. Whether we like it or not, we're a nation. Which is what Shola said. That
and what are the positive things about being a nation? You haven't mentioned any.
Okay, the child has been born out of wedlock. So, throw the child away into the streets. What should we do?
That's not it.
We are one. We should make it work. Every nation that has broken.
Let's take some tweets.
Every nation that has broken. Look at USSR. Look at Ukraine. They're still fighting till tomorrow. Somalia is still fighting. When they break up, it doesn't get any better.
Okay, we're going to take another angle, but let's take some tweets on this. Good morning, Nelson. Are you there? Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
How's everybody?
Very well. Go ahead.
All right. The issue on ground, celebration centenary is a very good thing to Nigerians. It's our birthday. We cannot stop it. No matter what happens. It's our life. You got to remember others that 100 years have clocked in our life. You got to do it. It's important. Fine. Our people died. Fine. But remember, if you are born the day your dad died, believe you me, you cannot stop celebrating your birthday when you grow up.
All right.
It's a nice thing. Most of the people that will remember the celebration, celebrating this centenary, they contributed some way or the other. We talk about the Bacha. You here, you are saying some certain things. There are some things the masses take. There are some ones we don't take. And not that we will say some things that we don't take. We stop us from remembering those ones you said good.
All right. Thank you very much, Nelson. I think we get the point of there. But when we come back, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take our tweets, and we're going to look at other angles concerning the celebration. Stay with us. We'll be right back.